I would like to congratulate a man, a very special man. I believe one of the kindest, if not kindest, people I know. He is genuine, giving, hardworking, loving, a great father, and an all around good example for any human to follow. Don't get me wrong, he has a few shortcomings. He still has to learn how to be a good loser at cards, communicating via text or cell phone, and working on his dad jokes. Other than that, he is perfect in my eyes. A kind-hearted soul that deserves to retire and enjoy his family and spend time the way he wishes. Between naps, that is. Thank you, Michael, for this wonderful trip and for being you. You truly are an awesome person.
Hi, Mike. Happy retirement number 3. See you next year. All I really have to say is thank you for being the person that you are. You have helped both Mara and I instrumentally in ways that we will potentially never be able to repay you. All we can hope for is to pass it on to someone in need, just like you've helped us. We will try and help somebody else. You were there for us when we bought our first house in the Grand. You were there for us, when we moved to Michigan. You were there when I was a couple drinks deep and trying to learn setback. And you were also there for us during some of the more trying times these past couple of years, with not just your words, but also your actions. So thank you. And, all in all, I think, I hope that someday I'm as much of a man as you are. And I really can't wait to crack a beer with you. So cheers.
Roses are red, violets are blue. My husband's amazing, and it's all because of you. Happy retirement, Mike. Ivy and I, and Kai. Say hi, Kai. Just want to say thanks so much for being such an amazing dad and grandpa. And the biggest thing that I've learned from you, since I've been around for the last 6-ish years, is just your hospitality and the way that you welcome people in. You're so inclusive. I remember the first time I came over, it was like, hey, take a seat. You want anything to drink? And it was just awesome. I felt like at home the second I walked in. So thanks for teaching that to your family and Rhett and to me. I know I've gotten to be a better host because of that. And ultimately, when you're a good host, you love people really well. So thank you for that. Thanks for being such an amazing grandpa to this crazy girl and this crazy boy. Yeah. And we just want to say we love you so much. Congratulations on your retirement. And thanks for creating such an awesome family that it's really fun to be a part of. So, you have anything you want to say to Grandpa?
Hi.
Say I love you.
I love you.
Say I.
I love you.
Yep.
I love you.
What about you, Kai? See? Grandpa. Papa.
Bye-bye.
And that's it. Bye.
I love you so much.
Hi, Dad. Love you so much. I'm so glad that we could all be here during this Florida trip to celebrate you and your retirement. Thank you for paying for our flights, even though we're supposed to be celebrating you. We really appreciate it. I also want to say thank you for teaching me home projects, how to install things myself, and teaching us and all of us kids how to be responsible and how to be adults way younger than most people learn how to do that. Just want to say thanks for everything, and I'm so glad that you have always been in our lives and helped supported all of us. I love you so much, Dad.
Happy retirement, Dad. I'm so excited that you get to spend the rest of your life just resting and enjoying time with family, especially those grandkids. We all see how much you love them. And you get to spend time doing different hobbies, which leads me into what you've taught me throughout life. Your value of family and being involved in different activities has helped to shape who I am today. From day one, or from beginning, or whatever you want to say, you have supported all of us. You were involved in almost everything we were involved in, whether it was a project, which sometimes you were more excited about it than we were, which brought us to be excited. Math, sports, band, concerts, marching band, you were there. And I still remember hearing you say that you wanted us involved in something each season of life, even if it was just to try it, and like even if we didn't like it. And to this day, like I am plugged into something in some sort of way, being involved, because I've seen the importance of it all just from growing up. You've also taught me some life skills, like with cooking, like reading directions. No, just try something, put seasonings together. If it turns out it does, if not, then it doesn't. And there's nothing wrong with that. I've enjoyed just that. And then also you've taught me some really important life skills like poker and cards, and even if you made me a better card player than you, don't want to say too much. And then also just like I've realized many of the things that I love and enjoy have been from your influence. Like for instance, you showed me the way of BLTs and smoothies and massages, and once you shared those amazing things with me, there's no turning back for you or for me. And then I've also appreciated like the many like little things, like while growing up, like having my chair next to yours at the dinner table. I mean, I'm sure it was to sit by you, not for you to cut my steak or anything, you know. And then you were also one of the people that like have walked through difficult times of life, like with the scoliosis drama. When my back was sore, you were there. And then you also go out of the way for the people you love. I still remember the time when, I think it was like my junior year in college, that you were working the suburbs in Chicago, and you were working in the hottest time in the summer with no AC at the building, and you were exhausted, and you like stopped by downtown Chicago to have a meal with me, even though you were exhausted. And you also gave me like a running watch, and you're just so thoughtful in like those ways. Yeah, so you've taught me so much with the importance of being involved, loving our family, being present in one another's lives, and of course how to be competitive in sports, cards, and always doing our best. I love you so much, and I can't imagine my life without you. I'm so happy you get to enjoy retirement with your family, and that we get to start this off in Florida. Woo! Love you, Dad.
Hi, Dad. Hi, Dad. Listen up. Please don't choke up and cry. Dad, you taught me a lot, like how to try. You taught me how to hammer in a nail and how to keep trying, even when I fail. You taught me a lot of other things too that no one else will say, like how to swear like a sailor when having a bad day. God, son of a mother, go die in a ditch. Colorful language on the job is not all. There's even more that I learned from you, like how to throw a ball. I'm trilingual, as you well know. Yes, from you, Dad, I learned 3 languages. Let me you show. The first language is silent. The second language called sarcasm. Some weaklings consider violent. But the most important language you taught me is love. In this one, you went beyond and above. For your retirement, I hope that you feel proud, resting assured that your work ethic has been passed on to your daughter, who is loud. Thank you for teaching me mathematics and how to read a map, how to get mad, how to laugh, and how to take a nap. Most notable is for myself, you taught me how to think, a curse and a blessing. Cheers. Let's have a drink.
Okay. Just to be clear, just want to side note, a KLAT standpoint, like, since when have KLATs been sentimental or received gratitude that well? So fucking here we go with the whole Safi speech. What did Dad teach me? Holy fuck, he taught me everything. He was a role model. He was a role model that wasn't on screen. He was just a fucking role model. And, you know, if you're as hard-headed as I am, you didn't learn it until, like, you were fucking old. He didn't do much talking. Dad, you fucking never really, like, sat me down and were like, this is what you need to do. Just do action. And again, it took, you know, it might took a decade or 2 decades. But it's like, oh, this is what he was doing. You know, you always thought, like, oh, God, the guy's really fucking good at drinking beer and smoking cigarettes. And then you're like, oh, by the way, he showed up to work every fucking day. Oh, did he just puke that morning? Yeah, he did, but guess why? He fucking showed up to work that day because you needed fucking shoes, and you needed lunch money, and you needed this, and you needed that, and he kept showing up, even if he was sick as fuck, going to work because he needed to support us. Hard work, Jesus. He was the definition of hard work. He showed up every day, and it's like, if you ever got an opportunity to work with the guy, it's like, oh my fuck, dude. Guy's like 20 years older than me, but he's running my dick in the ground because, like, that's what he does. You know, how many times did Red or I have to, like, hey, it's like 1 o'clock, like, are we gonna eat lunch today? Because the guy was just so into what he was doing. He was a humble guy. He definitely showed, and through showing, taught me how to be humble. Like, you know how many stories I heard about him being awesome at softball or being awesome at work before he retired? Like, almost zero. Almost zero. And it's funny that you run into guys that are like, oh, I played softball with you, Dad. Like, dude, it was amazing. I never heard that shit until he's retired. It's like, yeah, guess what? I still gotta go to work tomorrow. So I thought that was, like, really something to take home of, like, you know. The guy was amazing in a lot of different aspects. You know, paid for my way in a lot of different aspects. Bought me 2, maybe 3 cars. Never said anything about it. Just did it because he felt it was the right thing to do. And that's where character comes from. You don't talk about how awesome you are. It's like, you show up because you're fucking, like, it's what you need to do. I guess the last thing I'll touch on is things like hockey. You know, you put a lot of us through hockey, and it's like, man, the more I look back, it's like the time and the money that he spent on a limited budget. Not even a limited budget of, like, the time and money that he spent that he had to fucking work for to allow us to play hockey. It's like, damn, this guy is something else. So, super, super, super grateful that you have the opportunity to retire and that you're taking it. And I can't say I'd be here today without, like, the lessons that you taught me. So, really appreciate it. And you know, because we're the KLATs and we're so sappy, like, oh my God, thank you so much. But really, thank you. Really, really appreciate the upbringing that you gave me and all of us. So, much love, and happy retirement.
Speeches suck, but you're the man, so I'll suck it up. # your biggest fan. I hope you remember that from years ago. How could you forget? You know, I wrote that 4 years ago now when you retired. And what I just want to pull back from I just want to remind you that the biggest thing you've taught me was the concept of time. And we only have so much, and you give what you can to your kids. I know you being self-employed bought you a lot of your own time back, and you gave that to us, and I really appreciate that. That's a legacy I know has transpired from what you learned as a child and what you did to be a father for 6 children. And that's transpired to how I'm raising my daughter, and I'm sure how your other children are going to raise their children as well. So happy retirement. I know retirement is unique as it's kind of a new concept over the evolution of time. It is the idea that we're done working, and in America, our working identity consumes a lot of who we are. So hopefully you overcome that and you realize that this time that you have 24% or more is something that you should be doing, spending time with family and enjoying hobbies you like and not having any guilt about that. So thanks again, Dad. Thanks for having all of us down there together. This is a tribute to your legacy that we're all giving our time to be with family and be with you, and we love you very much. Do you love Grandpa, honey?
Yes.
You love him so much? Yeah. We're going to see him in Florida?
Yeah.
Yeah. Love you, Dad.
Hey! Speeches suck, but you're the man. So suck it up. I'm your biggest fan. You'll probably remember me writing that it's been about 5 years now, maybe 6. When you first retired. Well, we know you're officially retired now. How do we know that? A, yes, the work is ceased officially. You're not working for Doug. You ain't been working for him for a long time. And then B, you're in Florida. That means you're officially retired. Welcome. Congratulations. It's amazing, the sun, everything. But this is about you. And so right now, what I want to say is this. I've heard it said that the best fruit is found on other people's trees. And look around this room. You got some pretty cool fruit. I'm sure Mars making a goofy grin right now. But beyond that grin and beyond these faces is a heart that you and Mom helped cultivate. And I just want to say thank you. Thank you for spending the time that you spent with us. And thank you for loving people. I think back to just even that time aspect, just how long did I work with you? Construction. It's a lot of time. Remember when I dropped the panels, trying to hold it with my right arm at the Methodist church in Durham? They were just metal panels, but I'm not right-handed and I'm weak. And I tried to look for something and then boom, fell down and hole in the drywall and all that stuff. We went to Indiana, West Virginia, I think on a trip. South Carolina, remember that with Dan Hutchins? That was a pretty cool trip too. And then just everything that you taught me. You were always patient and gracious with me. I remember one time, I think it was in Detroit, when I cut one of the panels. I just didn't, how you keep your blade pressure outside when you're on the seam cutting the plastic off. You got to keep the blade on the outside. And I cut it and I was like, dude, I'm done. So, and I wasn't. You were very, 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 very patient. And that's helped me be a great dad and just stay loose and enjoy life and stay in the moment. I think all those kind of go in hand, right? You were always great at staying in the moment because you saw time as something that was not to be a pressure or a burden, but just a gift that we have. And so thank you for that. I could park there for longer, but I'll move on to love. You are super loving. Love can be described in so many different ways. And in America, it's often a feeling. And it's Ryan Gosling and it's, I don't know, who do you not like? That girl from 50 First Dates. So maybe not her, but, someone else. But really, love is about commitment. It's about being there. It's about hey, I got your back no matter what. And so I think of moments when, you know, you were tying my skates when I was probably old enough to tie my skates. You remember when you just started your career going out on your own, which is really inspiring. But you sponsored our roller hockey team, and we had like those DHI football jerseys. That was awesome. That was really, really cool. So, hey, I just want to say thank you. And, you know, I also want to just speak encouragement over you too, to say you're coming into a season here that is, I hope, new. You know, retirement is often thought of as, again, retires, like to draw back, to retreat. Hey, I retired a batter. He's going back to the dugout. But I hope this is just a time, an opportunity where you get to do what you've always done great, which is love people and spend time with people. So you're going to do it with your grandkids. I don't know. You got that dream in you too, you know, just to help out those around you that are broken, right? Like I know I've heard you talk about just teaching people skills like you've taught me and Ty and the rest of us in the construction world. So I speak that into you and hope that is something that you continue to do, and you sharpen that as much as your golf game, and it's going to be awesome and amazing. So as you can tell, my time here is wrapping up. It's wrapping up, as you might surmise. So I'm going to go take a nap. Nah, just going to rest my eyes.
What else does Grandpa do?
This one fix.
That's what Grandpa does?
Yeah.
Yeah.